The first people here in the Western Cape were the Khoi and the San and the Griqua.
The Freedom Front Plus wants the Western Cape to govern itself without interference from national government. The party submitted a bill to the legislature on Thursday requesting independence. Let's speak now to Peter Marais, Freedom Front Plus leader in the Western Cape. Mr. Marais, appreciate your time this afternoon. A little bit of confusion. Let us define who West Capetonians are along economic, racial and value lines, if you will.
Well, that's quite a simple, expected question, because people still think every time when they lose a debate, they pull out a race card, race, apartheid, race. We're tired of that. Let's face the facts. The first people here in the Western Cape were the Khoi and the San and the Griqua. That is Straubenhager's report, Special Rapporteur of the United Nations. In his report in 2007, he came to South Africa and reported back to the UNO that the Khoi and the Griqua and the San, they are indigenous to the Cape and they are the First Nation. And after them came the Portuguese to the Cape. And then came the Dutch to the Cape, 1652. And then came 1820 and the British settlers. And then the Malaysian slaves were imported. And the French came here and taught us winemaking. And then the Xhosa people moved down to the Cape. And we became a cosmopolitan people. All nations mixing, intermixing. And from there came a new type of people they call colored. We are all together. We consider to be people of the Western Cape. It's not a race issue. We just have a different, shall I say, outlook on life than the rest of South Africa. We're distinct from them. Our language is mostly Afrikaans, about 70%. And we don't lean towards communism or socialism. We're free marketeers. We believe in hard work, not handouts. We say we must first bake the cake before you want a piece of the cake. The ANC want to divide the cake, but they got no idea how to bake an economic cake.
So let's talk about those differences and the differences with the rest of South Africa. What are some of those differences?
Well, I just told you those differences. The ANC want to destroy everything that they think is something connected with colonialism. Everything. They want to burn down buildings. Even Parliament has now been burned down. I don't say it's them, but it has happened. It's never happened before. The Western Cape's people are totally different. Our behavior patterns is different. There's a lot of customs, and I don't look down on anybody's culture or language, but we are distinctly different. Anybody will tell you that.
So isn't this ironic in that you talk about a cosmopolitan people, and then you also criticize the differences, or you suggest that you do not want to embrace the differences of other South Africans?
Are you saying that if I say an Arab is different to a German, it's racist? Are you saying that when I say that a Zulu is different to a Chinese person, that it's racist? They're just different, but it's not racist.
No.
They're all equal people with different cultures.
And understandable, but the fact is that because of your differences, you want to stand apart. You are looking for self-determination for those people that are different. There appears to be. So I suppose that's why we are speaking to you, so you can give us clarity on that issue.
That's right. I want you to ask me the question and not tell me what I intend doing or what the parties intend doing. Ask me. I said it in Parliament. The ANC, at the negotiations, agreed to many clauses in the Constitution giving people the right to self-determination.
But the issue around the Rainbow Nation is certainly the anthem that South Africa has been trying to sing, which is about bringing people together. Now, how does the Freedom Front Plus address concerns that the move could potentially lead to further fragmentation and division within South Africa, undermining national unity and cohesion?
I'm glad you used the word further fragmentation. That's admitting there is fragmentation. Not so. By saying further fragmentation. South Africa has never been united. Never. Africa has a history of warlords, of Hutsis killing Tutsis, murderers. Kenya, Uganda, all over. They're still doing it. Black violence against black. Warlords. Africa is not a nation that says we love each other. Where does that come from? Show me one African state to the north of us, including Zimbabwe, where blacks haven't killed blacks by the hundreds of thousands for political power. There isn't one. They're still fighting and dying. We're trying to say, we didn't say we want to have secession and break away. But South Africa was the creation of a colonial power. We were 4 countries.
Mr. Marais, I'm afraid we've run short of time. Appreciate your time this afternoon. Peter Marais, the Freedom Front Plus leader in the Western Cape.